If your combat is taking hours because of too many enemies, you're probably doing it the hard way. In this video, I'm going to show you how to run massive battles in D&D without slowing your game to a crawl. So let's talk about it, because in D&D, if you're going big, you need to go big. So picture this, two armies are standing in the tall grass. The wind carries the tension of battle about to erupt. Now imagine trying to run that, with individual stat blocks for every single soldier, tracking initiative for each one. That combat won't take hours. It'll take days, so don't do that. Instead, you zoom in. The battle rages around the players. NPC versus NPC, steel clashing, chaos everywhere. But the party, they have a mission. Maybe they spot an enemy captain surrounded by a small group of elite guards. An allied NPC shouts, "We'll hold the line, we'll give you an opening, take them out." Now the encounter becomes focused. Not army versus army, but the party versus the captain and his minions. It's clean, cinematic, and playable. And here's where you level it up. Every round the battlefield evolves. Reinforcements arrive, allies get into trouble, and new opportunities appear. Now it's not just combat, it's decisions. It's your turn, the sound of your heartbeat drowns out the chaos. You see an ally crawling for his weapon, an enemy stands over them, axe raised, ready to strike. What do? Do they stay focused on the captain, or do they save a life? That's what makes combat feel alive, not numbers, not stat blocks. Choices. Now that we're grouping enemies, combat can feel epic because these groups aren't just mashed together, they have purpose. They fight as a unit, they have roles, they have tactics. Take a group of goblins. 2 are big, heavy and strong, 2 are small, fast and wiry. 1 calls the shots. To you as a DM, that's not 5 enemies. That's 1. On their turn, they act together. The leader might bark and say, "Bring them down to our level." The small goblins leap forward, ropes in hand, tied to the larger ones, ending in crude hooks. They latch it onto the players. The big goblins then pull, dragging the target down. And now that it's grappled, next turn, the whole group attacks with advantage. That's not just damage. That's a moment. Knights work the same way. If you have 3 archers and 3 shield bearers, they move as one trained unit. The shields advance, protecting the archers, then in perfect timing, the shields drop and the archers let fire. Shields go back up. It's one enemy, high AC, high damage, disciplined. But because they act as a group, the party can break formation, split them apart, disrupt their rhythm. Suddenly that strong unit becomes vulnerable. You're not just speeding up combat, you're creating enemies that feel smart, dangerous, and real. Not 5 stat blocks, 1 idea, 1 threat, 1 story. If you've got more than 6 players, combat can spiral out of control fast. If you have 8 players and 6 enemies, that's 14 initiative rolls. Add reinforcements, you're drowning. If you're a beginner, instead start with only 1 big enemy. Something like an Etten, a 2-headed giant. And yes, it only has 1 turn, but then we can spice it up. We can give it 2 legendary actions per round. These happen at the end of your player's turn. Let's say the ranger fires arrows from a tree and ends their turn. The Etten then rips out a tree from the ground and hurls it back. Combat now feels alive, constant, and reactive. If there's quite a few spellcasters in your party, then give the Etten legendary resistances. If he fails a saving throw, it can choose to succeed instead. Isn't that unfair? Only if it doesn't make sense, because everything needs a reason. Legendary actions, the creature should have some sort of reputation. Give it a name. Edric the Vile or the 2-headed Butcher. Legendary resistances, tie them to something real, maybe an amulet that absorbs magic around its neck, something it found, something it earned. Enemies can have magic items too. When it dies, the party gets it, and then you can tone it down, curse it, twist it. Now the fight wasn't just difficult, it was worth it. 1 enemy, big presence, constant pressure. If you want to run combat for high-level players, you need high-level thinking. Know your enemies, not just their stats. How they fight, how they behave. If there's NPCs and minions fighting among them, don't roll for it. Describe it, quick, sharp, and cinematic, then snap right back to the players. Story is always told through their eyes. For example, the party enters a courtyard. There's a siege going on. There's fire, chaos, and screams. But in the center, a large white-furred creature can be seen devouring an orc soldier. Don't just tell them what it is. is. Let them discover it. Maybe they try to ambush it. You know it's sitting at about 93 HP. They might kill it in one go. If they do, great, reward them. If not, escalation. The creature then howls at the end of its turn. Shapes form around them, bats collapsing into bodies or mist becoming flesh. 7 Gnoll vampires. Now, roll initiative. Pre-roll your enemies before the session. It's faster and cleaner. You as the DM know that Gnoll vampires, they regenerate 10 HP at the start of their turn, but don't say it, show it. The broken jaw snaps back into place, the gash across his chest closes. Gnoll vampires have a gaze ability. When they look at a player, it could poison them for 24 hours. Poison doesn't deal damage to them, it makes all their attacks have disadvantage. Gnoll vampires, remember, they're a pack. One stands out, different fur, stronger presence, the leader commands, controls, and cackles. When the leader barks orders, the pack might repositioning, surround the party, or grant them temporary HP, might activate their regeneration ability or a burst of movement until the leader fails. That's high level combat, not just harder enemies, they're smarter, alive. Hunters. Always know your party and what items they have. If they can bring people back to life, then they can take risks. If not, adjust it. Orc soldiers crash into the fight. Hold the line. This is our home. No new initiative, no slowdown, but some vampires might peel away from the party. The pressure on the party eases and the flow stays intact. Use enemy abilities, the frightening presence, poisonous gaze, because poison matters. Disadvantage changes everything. Always read the table. Are your players overwhelmed or are they cruising? Adjust quietly. You will make mistakes. We all do. We forget abilities, we misjudge difficulty. And that's part of it, because every session makes you better. The more effort you put into your enemies, the more your players will remember the fight. Story always comes first, so make it epic. Give them moments that they'll talk about forever. When it's over, let them take the head of the beast. They earned it. And that's how you go from combat that takes days to moments your players will never forget. If you got value out of this, hit that like button, it really helps the channel. And if you want more ways to run better combat, hit subscribe. This is The Honest DM, and I'll see you in the next one.